Hi, I'm Ridhima. Welcome to The Old Trunk. Today, we'll be deep diving into one of my most favorite books and a cornerstone of dystopian literature, 1984. It was a bright, cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13. This simple opening line sets the tone for the unfamiliar and unerring world of 1984. Eric Arthur Blair, or George Orwell, who we famously know him as, described the book as a reflection of the grim future should the world succumb to authoritarian rule. The initial draft bore the title The Last Man in Europe, a nod to its central theme of individuality crushed under the weight of totalitarianism. Orwell, a British writer and a journalist, was renowned for his sharp social commentary and his exploration of themes like totalitarianism, surveillance, and propaganda. Published on June 8, 1949, 1984 remains one of the most definitive novels of the 20th century. Orwell's inspiration stemmed from events like the meeting in 1944 of the Allied leaders Stalin, Roosevelt, and Churchill, where he imagined the seeds of global division into authoritarian regimes were being sown. What strikes me most about 1984 and what gives me chills is how prescient it is. Orwell likely never envisioned how accurately his warnings would align with our reality because we can see so many themes from the book all around us. The likes of constant surveillance by governments and private agencies, extreme censorship dictating what we see, hear, and even think, manipulation of the masses through distorted facts and perpetual fear, the rewriting of histories to suit current narratives. Sounds familiar? Countries being in a constant state of violence with both internal and external forces, and which is done to just divert the citizens from more relevant topics of education, employment, healthcare, safety, good governance, basic infrastructure, food, water, and many such issues which enable a good life, or rather a decent life. It's alarming and scary that we have gone ahead and done exactly as he had warned us against. One of Orwell's most profound insights was his understanding of human psychology. The concept of doublethink, which means holding two contradictory beliefs simultaneously. It's chillingly relevant today. Consider how some people deny facts yet claim to value the truth. Or then Orwell's exploration of language through Newspeak, which was the party's attempt to shrink the vocabulary to limit free thought. That is another terrifyingly clever aspect. Even the word Orwellian, coined in his name, has become shorthand for anything oppressive or authoritarian. An irony Orwell might not have ever predicted. At its core, 1984 is Winston Smith's story, a man yearning for freedom in a grim, oppressive regime where Big Brother is always watching. His journey, filled with small acts of rebellion and fleeting hope, is raw, it's human, and it's ultimately tragic. Orwell offers no easy answers and no happy endings. But that's what makes it so powerful. It forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about power, freedom, and our own complacency in systems of control and the fragility of individual resistance. Another thing I absolutely loved, and I know I keep saying loved for such a dark book, but it's absolutely true when it comes to Orwell's writing. It's deceptively simple, yet every word packs a punch. The prose is lean, it's sharp, and layered with meaning. You can feel the despair, tension, and the raw simplicity in every sentence. Even the bleak, hopeless atmosphere is crafted so skillfully that you can't help but be awestruck and completely immersed, even as you're terrified. Now, before we go any further, I'd really like to appreciate the edition that I own. I own a Penguin Classics, an orange Penguin Classics. So yeah, I was saying that I own an orange Penguins Classics, and the title and the author's name is completely blacked out. The minimalist design was created by David Pearson, and it perfectly captures themes of censorship and erasure, which are at the heart of 1984. Fun fact, this cover won the Academy of British Cover Design Winner of All Winners Award on March 23rd, 2020. I could talk on and on and on about 1984 like forever. It's so rich with ideas and themes. It's a cultural touchstone and a lens through which we can imagine power, freedom, and truth. It's dark, it's challenging, and it's not an easy read. But it's definitely an essential one. The writing is brilliant, the story is gripping, and its relevance is undeniable. If you haven't read it, I would highly recommend you to do so, because even if you're not interested in the political aspect of it, and I would I would just urge you to read it for George Orwell's writing and the storytelling. It is immaculate. And if you have read, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments and what you felt when you read 1984. And do you think Orwell's vision of the future compares to our reality today? If you haven't picked up yet, what are you waiting for? Just let me know whatever it is that you think in the comments, and let's keep the conversation going. So, this is what I felt about 1984, and these are my thoughts. If you liked what I thought and you liked my take on 1984, I would urge you to please subscribe, and I plan to post every week, so please press the bell icon, as you'll get notified whenever I upload the video, because otherwise I might just get lost in the algorithm of the platform and the vastness of internet. So, and of course, do comment, share, and like the video, because it'll really help my teeny tiny channel grow. And in the meanwhile, stay happy. Thanks for watching. Lots of love. Bye bye.